And we are back. Ascension eSports, Phoenix League qualifiers. We are going to be having Sky versus Syndicate. What do you think of these teams, Primus?
I know these teams actually a little bit better than the previous one. Syndicate, near and dear to my heart, one of the top teams in Compete League, which is where I primarily cast Diamond and Above League. Currently sitting at second place there. Riding off the back of that very strong bot lane, Alex and Theo, one of the best supports I've had the pleasure of watching. While on the other side, I'm pretty sure some people will recognize the name of Mandatory, Cloud, and Trance. I think people would recognize those names. Don't you agree?
Yeah, most definitely. I remember Team Vulcan, one of my heroes. R.I.P.
R.I.P. Vulcan, R.I.P. Should have never changed their name.
Yeah, the XD.GG curse came in. Name was just too ridiculous. Can't focus on League when you got a name like that.
I would have to agree. But we are in Champ Select now. Gonna be interesting to see where we're going. Wenmir's kind of more of a carry top lane player. Known for his Yasuo, does play a little bit of Camille, but has been playing more of tanks this season so far in CL. So it's going to be interesting to see where they go, as we did see how terrifying a Camille can be if she gets ahead in the last game.
Yeah, most definitely. But the thing that gets me is having no idea what these guys play, as we're still in the qualifiers. So it's very hard to just like give analysis on what's going to be picked and banned and who's going to be focused targeted out. We do see Tom Kench. That has to be a target ban, but I wouldn't know because, yeah, very little
it is one of Alex and
yet.
Theo's go-to picks as far as tank supports. He is more comfortable on the ranged melee supports. He plays a great Karma, he plays a great Nami, but he does play a bit of Kench in the Braum, a little bit of Thresh here and there, but definitely favors more of those ranged supports. But I think the big thing about Alex and Theo is just his lane positioning and how he controls the lane from a support position, as junglers don't get to have fun this game with Rengar and Lee being taken off the table.
Seems a lot of focus on the combo right now. Are we going to see a third jungle ban? Maybe Kha'Zix, maybe Graves.
I would prefer Graves over Kha'Zix just because I feel like Kha'Zix is a little bit easier to shut down. Just because Graves isn't. Nope, it's actually legal. Apparently we do not know anything, as we are seeing Aatrox banned.
Yeah, very interesting bans coming out here. I wish I knew more about these guys, but we were only alerted we'd be casting this within like 10 minutes of casting it, so there wasn't much prep time here.
I think it was like 30 minutes, maybe. Maybe. But what's going to be first picked here? There's still Kha'Zix on the table. Graves is on the table. All the top lane tanks are available. They could go with the support pick. Karma and Malzahar are still on the table. I feel like that's kind of where they're most likely go on the side of Syndicate. I do not believe it is going to be the Mundo pick. I'm sorry. I do not believe we will see Mundo go where he pleases this game.
Why are you not a believer? I believe in
because it's first pick.
I believe in it.
If it's yeah, the Karma.
All right,
the Karma
makes there's the Graves.
It's like we talked about this or something.
Yeah.
So looking for
pick?
Yes, I would probably say you could go Nami if you wanted to go with a more lane control. You could go Braum if you want more team fight. Ooh, they actually go with the Lucian pick. He is very strong in lane, and there aren't too many picks that really deal very well with the Lucian. I know Caitlyn is kind of the one that most people fall back to, but the issue with Caitlyn is she does not deal with Lucian's all-in capabilities, but she's very good about keeping Lucian under control with using lane priority and lane pressure.
You know, I have to put on a side note. Everyone's hyped out about ManCloud being here, but what about the real legend, Gordon Ramsay himself?
Yeah, I mean, come on. We knew he was a great cook, but he's actually a great League of Legends player too. Who knew?
Yeah, I mean, come on. With all that salt he uses on his food, of course he'd be great at League.
I'm trying to think what Gordon Ramsay's gonna go for in the jungle pick. He does still have Kha'Zix available, Elisa's available.
Probably Baker Pantheon. I'm wrong.
Evelyn. Ooh, the spice is strong with Mr. Ramsey. Definitely looking to try to snowball this early game. With that pick of the Evelyn, early rotationing the Orianna is fine in a blind pick. Because she really doesn't have any real bad matchups. Generally does well into pretty much everything that's on the table. Ari's kind of like the worst matchup into her currently. But Mancaw's just like, I want to play Syndra. You are giving me Syndra, and I will make you cry. Please, Mancow Senpai, be nice to them. They have children.
Oh my goodness. Well, that's you can't underrate Syndicate right now. I mean, the Orianna, not that effective in the Horizon versus Teemo game. It still has a lot of potential, and considering how grouped Sky will be, maybe he can pull off a clutch shockwave. Maybe he can be the one that turns this around and gets Syndicate into the driver's seat of this game.
And apparently I'm crazy as they actually go with the young Raka support, man. No hype for the Raka support, yet you were hyped for the Mundo pick. I am disappointed in you. No
Sorry.
response. I see how it is.
I'm too hyped about Gordon Ramsay being here.
Oh, when we were teasing us with the Yasuo hover. It is one of his signature picks in that top lane. But I don't think he's gonna pick that blind. They could go with Quinn. I could feasibly see Quinn top blind. Let's go, boys. All in composition.
Is it gonna be it? It is. Is there some like trend going on here where you don't pick tanks in Phoenix League?
What's a tank? Those exist?
That is that is. I don't know what to say. It's just...
Well, the thing is that Quinn has been rising in Korean solo queue, so it's not an unheard of pick. Ooh, is Sista gonna break out the Yasuo into Quinn matchup? I like the. I still think Fiora would struggle in that matchup. Same with Yasuo. But he is gonna pick the Yasuo, boys. This is gonna be a lane to watch in this top lane. Like, holy cow!
He does not care what you think. He wants the Yasuo.
Well, I'm obviously
he wants the
boosted
outplay.
Monkey. Yeah,
Boosted
let's
Bonobo.
go for the.
You gotta go with the up-to-date memes.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm about 6 years behind on my memes. I need to be working harder.
Damn right.
I need to be combing
You're still back
the
there
threads
with like a boss.
like a boss.
So, based on the
Just-
team comps, who do you see winning this one and why?
I have no idea. Like the thing is like literally it's whoever does more damage first, because everyone on both sides except for Soraka has the potential to do damage. Karma does damage. Ezreal, Orianna, Evelyn, Quinn all do damage. Yasuo, Graves, Syndra, Lucian, Raka, all of those do damage. The X factor is going to be Trance on the Soraka. Because if Trance does not die instantly on Soraka, Sky will have the advantage in team fights, just because of the amount of sustain you're going to be getting from the Wish, from the Astral Healing, from the Soraka. But if Syndicate's able to pick off the Soraka early, I don't know if there's too much that Sky can do, just because there's so much chase potential. You have Evelyn speed up, you have Quinn with Quinn and Valor combination, you have Dissonance, you have Karma speed. Like, there's a lot of chase potential on the side of Syndicate. Like, if they get one kill in the team fight, like that's like 4 kills instantly. But if you really want me to pick, as much as I want to favor the solo queue team of Sky, I have to go with Syndicate. I think Syndicate's gonna pull this game out.
I like the pick potential coming out from Sky. The Syndra pick, and I'm not just saying it because it's MadCloud. it has so much potential in the fact that everyone in Syndicate, they don't have someone who can really take the damage of a Syndra pick. And the follow-up from Sky is so immense, having the Graves, having the Lucian, and also having the sustain of the Soraka to make sure that these members stay nice and healthy. I really like the way their comp is formulated. In a strange way, because I'm also like still weirded out by the fact that there has been no tanks in the Phoenix qualifiers that we've casted so far.
Yeah, you never know what's gonna happen. Like, all I know is this game's going to be very, very bloody. That is about all I can tell you about this game, guys. I'm pretty hyped. I get to cast a Man Cloud game. I get to feel like I'm important as a caster this game.
And I get to cast a Gordon Ramsay game.
I'm surprised you're not on Twitter right now tweeting at Gordon's Lair like, oh my god, I'm casting it right now.
I could give an impression of what we do, but there would be way too many blanks of cursing.
Yeah, let's not do that. I'm pretty sure we're supposed to be family oriented.
Yeah,
here.
We're a PG stream here. We don't talk about expletives.
What's that? What's that word mean? I do not know of this word of which you speak.
Exactly.
However, this early game is definitely going to be extremely tense because you have Gordon Ramsay on Evelynn, and Evelynn is one of the most infamous champions next to Teemo in terms of her implied map pressure. Because you never know where Evelynn is unless you're getting those deep wards down, getting onto those camps so that way you know where she is as she's clearing her jungle to try to keep track of her. Because, you know, Evelynn's kind of camouflaged now. I can't say she's technically invisible because she really isn't. She's just camo.
Yeah. And she's been given a lot of love lately in terms of being picked. She kind of fell off when the new season came in, so it's nice. It's really nice to see her again. Basically, the new jungle just didn't work out that well for her, but now it's back, and I'm loving it. I love to play Evelynn, honestly. That's one of my favorite picks. It's a little bit of a troll thing to say because, you know, having perma camouflage is a little bit kind of a dick thing to pick.
Oh, so what you're telling me is you're a Moon fanboy?
And No, actually, if you want to know why I like Evelynn so much, Season 2 Worlds, Alex Ich fanboy.
Oh dear god, the days of the death graph's first item. Evelynn just stealthing on someone, Deathfire grass, ult, dead.
Yeah. And the Guardian Angel's second item.
Just to make sure you can really troll the enemy team as we are into the loading screen. You want to introduce the teams here, Dace?
Yeah, we do have Syndicate in the top lane. Wenner in the jungle, Gordon Ramsay. Mid is Spawn ADC, fully noited, and support Alex and Theo. Meanwhile, on Sky, we have Sita in the top, Kama in the jungle, Mandatory Cloud in the mid lane, Fear ADC, and Trance in support.
This is definitely going to be a very high-flying game. I want to see all the Twitch people in chat saying either hashtag Skywin or hashtag Syndicate Bootwin. Boys, let's go. You've got ManCloud, we've got Syndicate, we've got lots of hype coming into this game. And you might see your legendary level 1.
I see it coming. Fully noited. Why did you have to be there? Oh, that counts.
Oh geez, what are we to do with you, Des? What are we to do to you?
Oh, now yeah, we are actually getting a fight going on. Kama getting bullied straight back to the fountain.
Yeah, if they can stall his back for a little while longer, which doesn't look like they will be able to, they could have possibly delayed his jungle start. Gonna be curious to see, as Syndicate did get a ward on the Raptor camp, so it's gonna be interesting to see if Kama's still gonna look to start Raptors or if he's just gonna go for the red buff start. but they will have relative knowledge about where he's starting, which will help Evelynn in order to try to facilitate this early gameplay.
Yeah, we're seeing pretty standard starts coming to both junglers. Nothing too fancy. I'm curious to see how early Gordon Ramsay is going to attempt a gank.
Well, the issue is he doesn't really have a lot of CC set up in any of his lanes. Like, they have a relatively low CC composition on both sides. It's pretty much both on the mid laners and then a little bit of situational CC on the top laner and in the support role. So it's really going to be dependent upon them themselves making play. Spawn playing very aggressive here.
Yeah, thanks to that early level 2. Able to bully Mandatory Cloud a little bit. Actually quite a bit, getting a lot of damage. Man Cloud trying to return some damage.
Every little bit of damage helps though.
Spawn's gotta be careful though, because Mandatory Cloud does have Ignite.
Well, Spawn does have Exhaust, so all in, it's pretty much of a toss-up between the two. Kind of depends on whether or not Spawn can exhaust that Unleash Power ultimate.
Here comes Gordon Ramsay looking for the gank on Sida. Sida having to flash away. This could be First Blood. Sida goes down. First Blood picked up for the cook himself, Gordon Ramsay.
And something else we didn't notice was that Sista actually took Exhaust top lane. So this puts him super far behind now. Because he's going to be losing that full wave of CS now.
Already crashed to the tower, too.
That's our RIP CS, man. RIP CS. Though I have to say, Mandatory Cloud showing his experience in this mid lane. He's keeping it well pulled to his side of the lane. Still ahead in CS, not letting it crash super heavily into his tower. Kind of keeping it code his side of the lane, trying to set up a possible gank from Kama, as they are looking to try to get some deep wards, try to spot where this Evelynn's going to be.
This gank looks like it's about to happen. Spawn is a little bit far forward, but Kama choosing not to go in for it.
Though he did start backing off, so I don't think he had vision, but maybe it was just like the sixth sense tingling on the side of Spawn. I didn't want to say anything because, you know, trading lanes, you never know. You never know when it'll get explosive, man. You never know.
Oh, here we go. Gordon Ramsay getting bullied out by Kama. Good amount of punishment coming out there.
Yeah, but not taking too much of the camp away, I believe. I could be wrong. I didn't quite see. But Evelynn not really known for clearing the jungle very fast, so if she loses one or two, it doesn't hurt her as much as it would other champions. Just because she really just struggles clearing the jungle, just because she doesn't really have a lot of innate sustain. And she's, you know, kind of squishy.
Yeah, but it is possible to make up for a lot of that by just having that ability to avoid wards and gank repeatedly quite easily.
Yeah. I could see him returning back to the top lane. Sista does not have his flash available, has not placed his control ward, so he would come in unspotted if he wants to make a return gank into that top lane.
Ooh, ManCloud going after Spawn.
Both are though, so not too much damage left in the tank for either mid laner.
This is exactly what you said. Gordon Ramsay going after Sida. Sida getting chunked out. Will have to back once again. Gonna try and stay around for the wave though, as it is a pretty large wave. He does have the support of Kama there.
Yes, but with Sista, he does have exhaust available, so there is a potential for them to fight this 2v2, despite being net down in HP in the matchup. And Claude is able to get the shove on the wave in mid, but Spawn should be able to return and catch most of that. Going the rather defensive start from Spawn, as he is going into that early, at least early Null Magic Mantle. It's going to be curious to see whether he goes for the Negatron and then go into Morels, or if he's just going to straight up build a Abyssal Scepter to deal with you know, Syndra damage, because that's a fair and balanced thing, right?
And look who's here. It's Gordon Ramsay looking to get onto Tetfear. Flash burnt keeps him alive. A lot of damage going back and forth here. Tetfear actually looking to brawl with the bot lane of Syndicate.
Nice stun though from Mandatory Cloud, getting the Thunderlord's proc, getting a lot of trade damage into that mid lane. The thing about Syndra at the level 6 is you don't really have 100 to 0 potential. You need to land a couple Qs on top of Force of Will to effectively set up the all-in, because it's really difficult for Syndra at level 6 to have the ability to just straight 100 to 0 someone. You really want to poke them down to about 50 to 60% before looking for your kill combo.
Yeah, especially considering that Spawn has the exhaust. It's going to make that only that much more difficult to be able to get a kill combo off. But that being
Kama
said,
did take the red buff.
That being said, Ignite is still really potent in early lane matchups.
Yeah, true damage, always OP.
Ooh, ManCloud getting ganked, choosing to flash towards Kama. A lot of damage on the Spawn. Spawn has yet to use the exhaust, uses it on the Kama. Shockwave goes off. Kama takes a lot of damage, trying to get out of there. Here comes Gordon Ramsay for the follow-up, and another kill picked up by Syndicate.
Excellent rotation, using the advantage of that top lane, snowballing that into the mid lane, although Spawn went super low. Meanwhile, bot lane.
Getting a little close there.
Just Syndicate showing the experience with them playing as a team. Alex and Theo, Spawn, Ramsey, Wenmir, all have been playing together for quite a long time. Showing their comfort, take the early call for the rope from Wenmir.
Yeah, but despite all this, the gold is still even.
Well, there's now, due to the roam from Wenmir, he fell behind about 15 CS on the top lane. It's about 15 CS in the jungle, about 15 CS in the mid lane. So that gold does add up over time. Bot lane's about the only lane that's actually even currently in CS in the favor of Syndicate. Gordon Ramsay does not want to...
Ooh, Sida a little bit too far forward. Eating a lot of damage, trying to get the gank onto Gordon Ramsay. Has to flash over the wall in order to live. And now Kama in a fight with Spawn. Here comes Sida looking to get an assist on this. Actually walks away, lets Kama get the kill and all the gold to himself.
The Wish did come across earlier in that fight. Trance using that to help keep Sida alive. So that is going to make this level 6 point in the all-in a little bit more scary for Sky at the spot lane.
Yeah, that fight putting Sky on the board finally.
Yeah, it does give them about a 500 gold advantage. Gordon Ramsay cannot be in his jungle right now. Kama just has so much lane priority right now, but he could be getting collapsed on.
It's very likely. But deterred is that gank from Wenner.
But he is Quinn, so it's just like, oh, I'll just go back top lane, no big deal.
And this constant pressure coming out of Fear. Fear being fearless in the way he exchanges.
Well, the thing about having a Soraka is you can kind of take as much damage as you want for free, because your Soraka will just heal up. That's why you kind of want to prioritize your trading onto the Soraka and most Soraka lanes.
Ooh, Sida choosing to use the last breath on Winner might actually win this duel. Here's the minion wave. When you least want it, down goes Winner.
Very nice play from Sida in that top lane. Winner's just fallen behind in terms of levels, down a full level, now going to lose more XP and gold to that lane, down 23 CS in that top lane, but it's still a Quinn. You can always roam and catch back up relatively easily.
This really evens up the kills now, but not the gold, as all those CS differentials are starting to play an effect on this game.
Yeah, the laning advantages that Sky's been able to accumulate are not something that can be
Back on the mandatory
underestimated.
Cloud. Cloud takes a lot of damage, gets hit by the shockwave and melted. Spawn playing that pretty well so far. Kama trying to get some return damage.
Not to mention the excellent timed exhaust from Spawn, negating the burst from the Unleashed power, keeping his jungler alive.
Oh, a whiffed collateral damage results in the death of Kama.
Little too ham. Just a little too ham. Uh-oh, Wenmir's on the realm. Looks like they are going to try to start up this Earth Drake.
Yeah, and this should be pretty much a free Earth Drake at this point. Overall, Syndicate have control of this side of the map.
Yeah, but this top lane discrepancy continues to grow. They could lose first tower gold in that top lane. That top lane was down to about 40% when we last saw it, so they are going to lose top tower for this mount.
Instead of letting the minions finish off the tower, denying as much CS as possible.
But he still got that local gold, getting him farther and farther ahead. He has that Phantom Dancer already completed. Winner's not going to have a fun time in this 1v1 now, especially considering the combat summoner to teleport.
Look at the fight going on in bot lane. Gordon Ramsay gets caught out by ManCloud, and now fully Noided, taking a lot of damage in this situation, having to run away with Alex and Theo.
They just need to get out right now. Mandatory Cloud
it doesn't look like it's happening. But now, ManCloud's the one who's in a little sticky situation here. Trying to run away, not happening. Thunderlord, Spawn picks up that one.
So they do get the 1v1, the 1-for-1 with ManCloud going down. Good back coming out from Wenmir, not knowing that he does not have advantage on the side of the map right now. Kama continuing to grow his CS lead in the jungle. Now up to 30 CS.
Yeah, a 2.5k gold lead for Sky. Despite being down in kills, CS differential is really paying off along with that first turret gold that Sida picked up all by himself.
Yeah, it's definitely been a little rough early game so far in terms of gold. However, it's still really early. Both these compositions are extremely snowbally though. So it's very difficult to see how this game is going to go, given the fact that both of these compositions are essentially full damage comps.
So now fight breaking out here. Kama taking a little bit of punishment. Onto ManCloud goes Gordon Ramsay. Wenwer trying to get that kill. Will they be able to pick him up? No, they do not. Wenwer actually gets chunked, and collateral damage finishes them off. And overall, Sky come out successful in that fight.
Yeah, just not enough follow-up damage. Weren't able to quite kill Mandatory Cloud through all the Soraka shields and healing. Wish coming in very clutch, keeping the mid laner alive. More skirmishing. But Sky is getting another tier 1 tower down. They're up 2 towers to 0 now. And this mid lane is also quite low. They could easily get ahead up to 3 turrets here. They're sitting at almost a 4,000 gold lead here at about 16 minutes. Did I lose my caster, buddy?
No, I'm here.
You're just ignoring me because I'm too memey for you? Is that what it is?
Yeah, most definitely.
R.I.P. MDs, Primus, 2017. So blue buff over Mandatory Cloud. Just nothing too exciting now. I think everyone wants to stop and breathe for a minute, you know, recuperate, you know, recenter themselves, man.
And still yet this gold lead keeps growing. Shockwave on the Man-Cloud. Man-Cloud takes so much damage, fully noited. Grabs that kill. Now, they really need to start picking up these objectives, take advantage of it as much as they can, and get that bleeding to stop.
Yeah, because meanwhile, Sista is still pushing in that top lane. He should hit that top lane tier 2 in a few moments here. They do get a turret off of that, finally recouping some of this gold disadvantage that they're at, but Sista continuing to slam away on that top tier 2 and actually might fall before Wenware gets in position. Nope. Oh, it did also get the Rift Herald buff as well, so Sista extremely strong in these 1v1 scenarios right now.
Yeah, most definitely. So they're doing that split push Yasuo that I hate so much, but is so effective.
Yeah, just don't allow the enemy team to effectively take a fight without losing something in terms of the objective. That's kind of the goal of this build, is just basically, you can never duel me because A, I have Exhaust, B, I have a Phantom Dancer, and C, I have Glimpse of the Void Tongue. So you just literally can't do anything to me.
Winner getting caught out by Sita. Great last breath finishes him off, and here comes Gordon Ramsay on a Fear. Fear's taking so much damage, but the return coming from Fear misses most of the calling, looking to chase on a Gordon Ramsay, but stops the chase as fully noited is around the corner. Turret goes down in the top lane.
Yeah, when we're down 2 levels, now 3 levels.
Here we go again. Shockwave on to Sita. Sita taking a lot of punishment. Spawn grabs that one.
He does get the return kill, but they're bleeding objectives right now. Infernal is spawning, and I don't know if they'll be able to get in range before this does go down for the side of Sky.
Stun almost takes out fully anointed. Man-Cloud having to run away after getting flanked by Gordon Ramsay. Now Kama onto Alex and Theo, but the snare protects him for now.
Yeah, it's just going to be an Infernal Drake all over to the side of Sky, just putting themselves farther and farther ahead. That's kind of the issue with the compositions both these teams drafted. It's an extremely solo queue, damage-heavy compositions on both sides. Whichever composition can get the lead first, it's extremely difficult for the other team in order to respond.
Yeah, I have to agree with you on the solo queue part. This is very Call of Duty League of Legends gameplay we're seeing right here. Everyone has those champs. Yeah. Everyone has those champs where it's just like, I'm going to fight you. I'm going to carry this game.
Yeah, it's just like, I want to carry. I'm not going to be a support. Other than Trance. Trance is playing a support. Because I don't think you can carry a Soraka.
Do you want to test him?
Well, he is 0-0 and 4, so he hasn't died yet. So he's doing Soraka things.
Support carry is real. Sita continuing the split push, taking no heed to the damage of fully anointed, just chunking at this tower around the corner. Kama is waiting for backup, and that tower is going to go down, mostly uncontested. Sita going after fully anointed, gets the last breath on the fully anointed, and deletes him from the game. And then Wenner looking to go on to Fear. The calling is active, doing a lot of damage onto him, but here comes Gordon Ramsay around the corner, gets bladed, and now he's actually in a bad situation. What a questionable move coming out of Gordon Ramsay, and almost Winner as well, as he almost fell to that.
Does burn Flash for when Flash and heal from Fear traded back, but Sky is definitely taking advantage of this mid-game power, up to 6k gold, actually 7,500 gold now.
If there's one lesson you'll learn quickly, do not do math during a cast.
No, you should always try to do math during a cast. What are you talking about?
This is the worst
That's
times.
the best. That's the best time to do math. I still say the worst time to do math is the time I'm not allowed to talk about on stream. So we're just gonna leave that alone for now. It wasn't that inappropriate, it's just illegal for most of the people watching this game, so.
Illegal?
I'm not allowed to talk about it, so
Oh
it's
my
just gonna be the
God.
mystery.
What
It's
is
gonna
going on?
I just feel like trolling you right now because it's fun. Because we're in a lull in the action right now, so force Syndicate to get back into this game.
I mean, we're seeing Sida go after Fully Noided right now. Fully Noided, no chance in hell to survive that one. Infinity Edge, Phantom Dancer on Yasuo, not a fun matchup.
You just don't get to play League of Legends as an ADC at that point. Like, if there's a minion wave around, he'll just chase you forever. Like even as an Ezreal, there's not enough you can do in that matchup. He still doesn't have his Triforce completed. There's just really no one who can effectively deal with him except maybe Spawn. But even that, it's really risky.
And here we go again. Sida just destroying everyone that comes into this lane.
It's putting in work.
And look at now, a new challenger appears. Sida versus Fully Noided and Gordon Ramsay. What is Sida doing? What a monster! Flashes forward and grabs that kill easy. Revenge kill picked up by Gordon Ramsay. But what a play.
Yeah, definitely excellent work from Sista getting that 1v1 for 1. But if the wish didn't come in from Trance, he would not have lived long enough in order to get that 1 for 1.
Yeah, and Sky are just in the driver's seat of this game so far. Even though they didn't play that well in terms of kills early, they constantly had the CS leads working for them. Kama getting caught out. Caster Curse coming in. No, Kama flashes over the wall, looking to finish off Gordon Ramsay. Is it going to happen? Yes, it does. And now Trance trying to save Kama as best as he can. Successful as a double kill picked up by Kama. And Fear kills off Spawn in the mid lane.
Yeah, just the difference in gold now just coming into play. It's a 10k gold lead for Sky. They're going to look, do the Baron. They have a Soraka. Or at least I think they're doing Baron.
Yeah, the Baron coming up now for Sky. Overall, such a great display of individual power coming out of this team.
Yeah, Sky just occurred advantages in every lane other than the bot lane. The bot lane was actually the most even lane on the map, but mid lane heavy CS advantage, jungle heavy CS advantage, top lane heavy CS advantage outside of the very early game. And it just continued to grow and grow and grow until we got this ticking time bomb that is this 6-4 and 1 Yasuo almost as a Blade of the Ruined King done on top of his 100% crit.
Oh, what a terrifying matchup to have. And we've seen it. Sida, if you put him alone, give him 5 seconds alone with anyone, he'll destroy that person and take your tower with him.
I think 5 seconds is a bit underestimating how long they live. I think it might only be 3 seconds.
Plus or minus flash.
Yes.
Kama's getting sandwiched here, looking to go after Wenner, getting shot out, but actually manages to survive that as Gordon Ramsay didn't go up and try and continue that fight.
Well, the surrender vote tried to come in, but 2 people on the side of Syndicate did not vote.
So we do see a bit of demoralization coming out of Syndicate as this match is going on. And Gordon Ramsay gets the ultimate off, takes a lot of damage in return, though. That shield was nothing compared to the damage Fear returned. And now this tower will go down, as well as a stun onto Alex and Theo. Flashing forward is Fear, but doesn't get too much out of it. Down will go the first inhibitor of the game, and the base is now cracked and starting to snowball into shambles as Sida takes off the top tower and looking to get the inhibitor as well, but 3 members of Syndicate are looking to collapse on him. He's gonna try and make those big plays again. Can he actually do it? He's doing so well so far. Shockwave prevents him, and he barely manages to survive. Mad Cloud, meanwhile, trying to find some straggler to pick up. Doesn't manage to get anything. And what a crazy exchange going on.
Well, I did say the fights would be explosive. It's just not back and forth explosive. It's rather one-sided explosive.
No kidding. And what a last breath coming out of Sida! He's able to get a double kill from that one. Gordon Ramsay, far too deep into no man's land, gets picked off. And this is Sky's game as they look to take down the final Nexus towers of Syndicate's base.
Yeah, just very well played from Sida and ManCloud and Kama. Really putting in a ton of work, putting their team on their back and carrying them to the victory here in round 3, or whatever the actual definition. I don't know. I'm just here to cast, man. That's what I'm here for.
I don't know. Yeah, I am not too. We're both not too informed on what's been going on. This has come up at the last second, so you have to excuse us on our lack of knowledge of what's going on.
Yeah, I still do a little bit. Not very much, but I do a little bit.
So as we check the charts, no surprise, Sida doing so much damage. That Infinity Edge, Phantom Dancer, Yasuo was uncontested in 1v1s. Absolutely destroyed everyone he fought. Did a 4-person last breath, took off 2 people. What a monster this guy was. I think it's easy to say, player of the game, Sida, easily.
Yeah, I think the only person you would say would be close was ManCloud in the mid lane. He did eat a lot of pressure from Spawn and Gordon Ramsay, but still made a lot of really nice stuns. Didn't get too many kills because of some clutch exhaust, but did still play very well on that Syndra in the mid lane.
Yeah, most definitely. And that concludes our cast of the Phoenix League qualifiers for Ascension eSports. For any of you who are new, please check the links down below. Join our Discord, join our subreddit. Check us out. We have leagues for every single ranking. We also have an in-house ladder. Join our community, get involved. We look forward to seeing you guys. But from the caster desk, I am Decerux with my co-caster Primus.
You guys have a great rest of your day. Thanks for tuning in.